We're
I
going.
don't panic. I don't
Chris
panic.
hit the panic button.
Did not,
You
Kristen.
hit it. I saw it.
One thing I got from the Navy was how not to panic, to remain calm in all circumstances, sister. Just letting you know. Just letting you know. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Loan Officer Breakfast Club. Hey, I think everybody appreciates Michael Kidwell out there getting the exercise in.
Yes.
Look at him, man. Nice day wherever he is as well. I wonder where he is. Let's see. He's kind of light out. Let's guess. Let's guess where Kidwell is. Put it in the chat. Where do you think he's at? Not in California. I don't think he's on the East Coast. I think he's somewhere centralized, somewhere kind of in the middle, somewhere. Kind of mountainous terrain. I don't know. Looks, yeah, maybe. Gosh, where is he? Where is he? Ohio. We got in Ohio. Is that true? No. Come on, keep guessing. Where is Kidwell? Where's Kidwell? We'll make this a segment. Where is Kidwell? I do want to spotlight him so we can take a guess here. Huh. Oh no, it's not mountainous at all. What is it? Where are you?
Rhymes with mead.
I am in Abingdon, Virginia, believe it or not.
Virginia.
Yeah. In the Blue Ridge Mountains.
No. Okay, so there was some mountainous terrain there. Awesome. Well, good morning, brother. Glad to see you got your walk going. That's great. Getting a little exercise in. Yeah. Yeah, I'll be heading down to the gym, one day. So, anyways, hey man, let's see what else we got cooking here. Who else we got in here? I think we got to say good morning to Connor Kilgannon as well. Connor, what's going on, man? How you doing, brother? Maybe you can unmute and just say good morning to us. What's going on?
Frank, how's everybody? Everyone good?
Yeah, man, I'm good. I'm good. Where are you at? Where are you located?
I'm in New Jersey, just outside New York City.
What exit?
Exit 165.
165. Okay. I know that means something to somebody. Yeah,
it is the best one. It's the only one.
Best one. Right.
Absolutely.
Awesome, man. Good morning, man. Good to see you. All right. Hey, let's get into some industry news real quick while you're here. There's something that on the news today about MBA, Owen. So maybe you can chime in on that a little bit as I share it. Let me see here. But there's one story in particular
Throw it up.
that I really am curious about talking about here. So what we got here in yesterday's news, guys, is looks like MBA is really kind of pushing for the Vantage score, huh, Owen? Bob is kind of like, hey, man, let's get this thing moving.
Yes. So the NBA, when Vantage Score first came out, there was a tweet from Director Pulte that said something like Vantage is available immediately or something like that. And there was a lot of confusion in the industry because, of course, they didn't have pricing grids for Vantage Score. Mortgage insurance companies don't have pricing grids for Vantage Score. And it was a little bit of, a cluster in the first few days. But Director Pulte is correct in the sense that, hey, this is a tool that Dr. Mark Calabria had. This is a tool that Sandra Thompson had. And nobody took it off the shelf and really put it into play. And they could have, they just didn't want the disruption. So change is hard. And we're going to go ahead and do this. Well, now we're about 4 to 6 weeks later. We're getting those implementation issues done. We all know there's a huge problem with the credit bureaus and the pricing they're charging and that kind of thing. There's a problem with the fact that not the new FICO 10T, but the existing FICO doesn't pick up rents and kind of disadvantages some people that fall in the low to moderate income, first time home buyer type category. They're unseen by the current credit logarithms that everybody uses. So the MBA is definitely getting on board with Vantage Score. I do think there are still some implementation issues, but we're working through it as fast as we can. We're working with Fannie, we're working with Freddie. How do we deliver them? How are they going to be priced? Working with the mortgage insurers to try and see what that might look like. Might temporarily push more people toward FHA, although there's Vantage Scores issues over there too. So, but it's really time to roll up our sleeves and get going. Director Pulte is right. Change is hard, and we just need to work through it vigorously rather than be afraid of it.
Nice.
So,
Cool.
yeah,
That's good news, man. Good news. So
yeah.
thank you for those insights. Also in yesterday's news, there's a nice article in Scotsman Guide. There's a link to it here if you jump onto the news page, guys, on loanofficerbreakfastclub.com. They interviewed Barry and his thoughts on a lot of things. And so, Barry, he's pretty vocal. He has his opinions and he's not afraid to share them. Right. And so he gives his thoughts on, the potential successor to Jerome Powell and some other things. So it's a good read. Check it out if you get a chance. But the one that kind of stood out to me here is so Christie's International. I don't know if you guys are familiar with these guys. They're kind of a luxury real estate franchise. They kind of tend to try to go for the fancy schmancy properties, right? This is a Housing Wire article, by the way. They have a whole division now dedicated to crypto transactions, right? And so crypto's really making a move. It's finding its way into mortgage and real estate. And we all know it's going to. I mean, I don't know what the bill was that Trump passed. He passed something regarding this, making it kind of
Start
laying the
that, so-
foundation. What's that? Oh, okay. Kind of laying the foundation for the, digital currency to be kind of the norm, the mainstream. And so, I mean, it's a thing and it's happening. There was just an article we did a couple of weeks ago in the news on Breakfast Club where, God, Owen, maybe, I can't remember what it was, but it was one of the agencies talking about, making sure or looking at being able
Yeah,
to
they're going to
use
allow crypto assets
crypto assets for
reserve
like
calculation.
for reserve calculation. Exactly. Right.
Yeah.
Where they weren't doing that before. And I think it has no choice but to come to the surface here because how many young people are crypto nuts, right? Like so many
right.
first time home buyers have tons of crypto, right? They've got it. It's real and they can cash it in, they can
Well,
cash.
it's time.
Yeah. It's time. Yeah.
And I'm sure that it will be somehow devalued in the underwriting process, just as a stock portfolio might be, right? It could go down. But these are real assets that are fungible. They're not like dark web anymore
Right.
or anything like that, right? And
Exactly.
so it's time,
Yeah.
it's time.
Yeah. So Christie's International, they've got a whole division dedicated to crypto, and these are homes that they have listed that are quote unquote crypto eligible. Like the seller's okay. You want to buy my house with crypto? Buy it with crypto, right? And so, and just on the line of crypto, next Tuesday, guys, we're gonna have a guest on the show. Her name's Shannon Conradi. She works for an escrow title company. They're small right now. They're called Proppy is what they are. And they kind of revolve around crypto and transacting real estate deals with crypto. That's what they do. I thought it would be very interesting to have her on. In fact, if you do when you do transactions with them, like they give you crypto, like you earn crypto coins and it's interesting. So anyway, Christie's International's got this going on. They've got a handful of luxury properties that you can buy. One of them being the quote unquote well-known Invisible House in Joshua Tree.
Wow.
The Invisible House. Yeah. So is anybody?
I don't know if you saw it, Frank, but when you said Christie's has a section of crypto eligible homes, Chris Johnstone kind of pivoted to his larger screen and just went crazy with the typing, and I don't know what that was all about.
Hey, Jen, if you guys could see, I can't see the chat because I'm sharing my screen. Did you put the house in there? So there's a picture in the chat of the Invisible House in Joshua Tree. It's only 18 million. If you got that in crypto, it's yours, right? So you can buy. So the Invisible House, if you're not familiar with it, I didn't know what this was, but I guess the exterior is all glass, but it's all mirrored glass. So when you're out there looking at it, it just reflects this surrounding. So it almost has like an invisible feeling to it. So I thought that was kind of neat. So as usual on the Breakfast Club news, you've got your loan officer perspective, your real estate agent perspective, your home buyer and home seller perspective, and of course, Frank's thoughts. Okay. So just wanted to let you know that's what I saw yesterday and what's kind of happening out there.
You know the best part of that? I'm looking at the Invisible House.
Yeah, what?
You never have to mow the yard.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. In fact, if you mow the yard, you're ruining the whole thing.
And clean it.
Yeah.
All
That looks. I'm up here in North Carolina. It's been raining for the last week, and so nobody's been able to mow the yards. Over there, no weed eating. So that's awesome, man.
Yeah. If you're getting value from this already, go ahead and tap that like button. It helps more loan officers find content that actually makes a difference. And hey, if staying ahead of the market and learning what's really working in our industry matters to you, hit that subscribe button and ring that bell so you don't miss another episode. We read every comment, so drop your thoughts down below. We'd love to hear from you and know what's working or what you'd like us to cover next. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you here next time. So, anyways, cool stuff. All
Well,
right.
you get a neighborhood kid with a bunch of marbles and a slingshot. You got a problem though.
Yeah, a glass repair company with a BB gun is, ultimate business to own in Joshua
Do they
Tree.
still make? Do they still make slingshots, or is that just something from the metaverse?
Oh no, they still make slingshots. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Oddly
Well,
enough,
good
I
stuff.
bought one like a week ago.
Really?
Yeah, kids up at the lake, you gotta have a slingshot.
They probably make really epic, awesome slingshots these days. I mean,
They do. We actually we do them for like literally we use them a target practice with them, and slingshot will do some damage, man.
Yeah.
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 You get a slingshot and a little steel marble. It'll
yeah. It's no joke.
It'll put a
About
serious
$18 million
damage
worth.
Yeah, you hit a like a Coke can or something like that, and it'll put a serious ding to it.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. All right, well let's get to the mortgage market update with Owen Lee. What's up, man?
Not much.
Hey, Owen, I got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
Just personal question. Do you own any crypto of any sort, of any like anything over $10?
I do not.
Hey,
I
just
do
curious,
not.
just by in the chat, yes, no. I'm just curious, just not the amount, not which one you have, just yes, no, just real quick, if you don't. Okay.
And I'm not anti-crypto.
No, I get
always
it.
figured
I get it.
I don't really know enough about it.
Yeah.
But you see it, they passed the bill. I'm thinking about it.
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah.
Up
It's a
50-50.
thing, man. It's a thing,
Yeah.
and it's finding its way into real estate and mortgage. It has to. It's inevitable. Yeah.
It's a real asset.
Yeah.
I had a financial planner told me who does not sell it was telling me that you want to have between 5 and 10%. And if it starts to grow and gets over 10, sell it, get back down to 10. So like 5-10%. So just I don't know. I was just curious. It's I think it's one of those things. It's either going to be $1 million, like say Bitcoin. It's going to either be $1 million a coin or zero in the next 5 years.
Wow.
It's going to do one or the other. I don't know which it's going to do, but I bet it's going to do one or the other. I
If
think
I had to vote, I'd bet the million.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to zero.
the
Might
only
go
thing,
down, but not zero.
the only way, if an AI instrument somehow can go in there and hack the system in some way, some fashion that we can't think of today, that's where it's going to go to zero. And I'd say there's about a 50-50 chance that's going to happen.
So everybody on the computer selling their crypto right now.
No. But that means there's a 50% chance.
Dump that Coinbase stuff now.
No. So that's a 50% chance that it's going to be $1 million.
Yeah.
So the question is, would you risk 5% of your net worth to make 10 times more on 5% of your net worth? So it's a good question. So anyway, all right, Owen, what you got?
All right, let's go, Mr. Owen Lee. Brad, hang tight. Let Owen go. Thanks, buddy.
Yes,
Go
I
for it.
would
So-
risk it.
We got good news. We got good news today. We're going to get back to some market chat after some trigger lead chat on Monday. For those of you that were on Monday. And really what I wanted to show, we have this ongoing conversation about, the Federal Reserve and when are they going to lower interest rates, and are we going to go up or, have the market go up? And remember, it moves inversely. So interest rates go down when Chair Powell finally moves. And we really see the market moving in advance of the Fed. And we got the most crystal clear example of that last Friday. What happened last Friday? Last Friday was August 1st, first Friday of the month. Jobs report comes out, and you had 70,000 jobs, which is below expectation. Expectation was for about 110, so it came in at about of expectation, and massive, massive revisions of the previous 2 months, down 275,000 jobs from what was previously reported. So what does that do? That gives us an average of 35,000 new jobs per month rolling over the last 3 months. That pretty well convinced the market that a September rate cut is locked in. And you saw that September rate cut come to fruition by lunchtime as far as mortgage rates go. So this is August 1st. You can see that almost straight line of the market advancing. Again, when the market goes like this, rates go down because they move inversely. And so just a couple of weeks ago, you had the Fed meeting. You had the Fed pre-positioning, Fed day. It turned out to be a big nothing burger. They said they had the two dissenting voices, but it came out exactly as the market expected. Jobs report 2 days later, and boom, and there we are. And so, interestingly, the Federal Reserve is all the bets are that it will likely move in September. And then what I think is most interesting is you had the first 3 days of trading after this came out, right? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And we really held on to the gains. There was no give back. Market's up a couple of ticks this morning, just like 6 bips, not too much. But every day it's advanced 3 basis points, 6 basis points, 9 basis points. So even after 2 or 3 days, even after the kind of fake scandal about Trump replacing the person that's in charge of the Bureau of Labor Statistics, I don't know if you saw that. A lot of people tried to say that this lady was fired because he was mad at the numbers. That's not true. This is, again, not Republican, not Democrat. The last 2 years, they've done revisions downward. And then at the end of the year, they've made a one-time massive revision downward. So we're going into our 3rd year when we might get 1 million write-down in new jobs at the end of the year. This report is always wrong. And there's a real issue about markets moving on reports that are inaccurate. What are we doing to fix it? I don't blame the lady. I don't know really anything about it. I'm uneducated about it. But I blame the lady or whoever is in charge if they're not drastically working on a new method to measure this, because the method they're using is broken. I don't think anybody can really seriously argue otherwise. But we talk about the market moving ahead of the Fed. So in September, when the Fed is likely to do a 25 basis point cut, you're going to get calls from people that say, hey, did the interest rates go down because Chair Powell finally lowered the rate? No, they didn't. They went down on August the 1st because the market is finally convinced. So there's your rate cut right there. And where does that take us? Jen, if we can go to the next slide. Where that takes us is really to the best position we've been at all year. We are now, possibly breaking the trend line. We are at or a little bit ahead of where we were just before the initial tariff announcement, just before Liberation Day. Remember that day, or in early April. So we're now tied. And like I said, you got your rate cut today. The CME FedWatch tool, this is a chart that kind of factors in everybody's financial bets on when the Fed is going to move. They're pricing in a 94% chance that the Fed lowers by 25 basis points. So we all know that the cell phone, I don't have my cell phone within reach. Let's just pretend this mouse is my cell phone. We all know this is the best sales tool that we have, right? So you need to be calling the people who are in your pipe who needed the rates to go just a little bit lower in order to get to the closing table. Call those first-time home buyers. call the cash out refis where they were like, oh my gosh, I need the cash out, but the rate's just a little too high to make it sense. You need to be pounding the phone right now because this is the best time of the year to be doing that. And it looks like, you can see that kind of sharp point that we had back in April. It looks like this time it might stick, but we can't count on it sticking. And so I would lock your loans. I would play it safe. Because remember the conversation about doing a rate adjustment or something like that because the market's got better is a hell of a lot easier than the conversation about the market turned when we weren't looking and now it's going to cost you an extra $3,800 to get to the closing table, right? Nobody likes that conversation. So now is the time to be pounding the phone, pounding the calls, and then, just our visual from the year. Jen, if you want to get to one more slide, we've talked about this all year long about how this year is going to be a series of sprints, up, down, up, down, up, down. And I don't know right now if we're in a 100-yard dash or maybe we might have the luxury of being in a mile or a 5K. I'm not all convinced we're in a half marathon or a marathon with these rates. They could be, if the next CPI, mark comes in 2 ticks ahead of where they think it's going to be, we could be right back where we were 10 days ago. So now it's a sprint, and it might be a little bit more than a sprint, but it's not a marathon. So those of you that had your feet in the starting block all year long, you're probably reaping a good benefit from this right now. If you haven't had your feet in the starting block, if your prospecting is not where it really should be, there's no time like the present to start today because you can start with, hey, Bob, the borrower, great news. Rates are at their best point of the entire year. Let's talk about it. You got a great story to tell when you pick up the phone. So this is really a time and a place for prospecting. Again, don't know how long it's going to last, but talk to your realtors, talk to your referral sources, talk to your potential borrowers. This is the best rate chart we've seen this year. And talk to them about the fact that the coming Fed cut you now have available today. Because that's really what that market move was on August the 1st. That was the market anticipating and pricing in a future Fed cut in September. So there we have it. Good news this morning.
Yeah, it is. I like the way you're presenting this too. I mean, we've got the rate cut. It's here. It's priced in now. That's
right.
The message we need to get to people.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah. Awesome
So,
stuff, man.
And it's a great talking point, right?
Yeah.
All your coffee appointments, all your referral realtors, again, Jen, you can put these in the chat. You guys want to put your name and telephone number and your contact information on those slides. That information is a great visual about where we are right now, how long it lasted the last time we were here, and that visual of the market, almost a straight line. I mean, that's right at 8:31, 8:32 last Friday morning when the numbers came out and the market was trying to digest almost a 300,000 downward revision to the previous job reports. I mean, it brings it to, and it really does kind of crystallize where would rates be, what would have happened in the most recent Fed meeting if we would have had 3 months of a more accurate prediction, 35,000 jobs, 35,000 jobs, 35,000 jobs. It really, again, not Republican or Democrat, but that lady getting let go, there are better tools than what they're using, and someone's got to get off their duff and find them. Because how many more tens of thousands of home buyers might we have closed in June, July, and August if we would have had a more accurate vision of where the economy truly was.
Yeah. Wow. Awesome stuff, man. Fantastic. Slides are in the chat, guys. This could be some quick video that you get out today, right? A
Yep.
quick graphic image, make use of the slides somehow. But
That's a
just
great,
letting,
that's a great idea, Frank. For those of you that use something like BombBomb, where you
yeah,
can get out a piece of information fast. I know we use it on Carl's team inside of our company. And what a great video. And I'm not techie enough to actually put the slide in the video. I'm a novice at that. But I don't even own crypto. That's how old school I am. But 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 what a great visual that would be to send out to all your pre-approved and lookings to
yeah,
send out to all the people you've talked to about a possible cash out refi over the last 6 months. Great visual. I read once where somebody said that 90% of all human information is absorbed through the eyes.
yeah.
So if you're making a video, try and use that slide.
Yeah, good stuff. And I think if you are making the video too, basically what Owen said is that with the revisions that were made, that kind of sealed the deal with investors, believing there will be a cut. That brought the price that improved rates. So we've kind of got the cut. It's built in already. The September cut in the minds of investors. And then you don't want to wait for September to come because it could go the other way. You never know.
That's right.
You just never know.
Listen.
Somebody even put that in the chat. They were like, what's the chances of the rate going up when they cut the rate? It's plausible. You just don't know. Hey, thanks for enjoying this Loan Officer Breakfast Club YouTube video. If you are into industry news, if you like to keep up with what's going on within the mortgage and real estate industry, you might not be aware of this, but you can get free news snippets every single day by going to loanofficerbreakfastclub.com. In the top nav bar, you'll see in the news. Click it, daily, fresh news about the mortgage and real estate industry. There's even loan officer perspective and realtor perspective on each news story that you can make use of in your marketing. So enjoy loanofficerbreakfastclub.com/in the news.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think it's possible that it sticks around for a little bit, but I thought that last time. So
Yeah,
let's
right.
get off our duff
in
and
the
get
last
those
rate cut, rates went up.
Yeah.
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 Well, the market has to be, and that's an excellent point, Todd. The market has to be convinced, the professional financial planners, the people that do the watching, it's got to be convinced that it's needed. If Powell cut because of some of the tweets of the president, and again, not Republican or Democrat, but if the professional market people thought that the Fed was cutting rates simply because of political pressure and the economy was not in a place where rate cuts were needed, you would see a massive counter reaction to what you were. It wouldn't be good for any of us.
Brad, what do you got? And then Marcio.
Yeah. First of all, Todd, Owen, when we talk about the Fed lowering rates, I know that we've talked about this before. That doesn't necessarily mean that the mortgage rates are going to be lowered. The one thing that I have noticed in this improvement here is that the bond market, the 10-year yield, has gone down almost every day. And that's, I personally use that as my
Barometer.
Yeah. It just seems to be more accurate, I think, than anything else that I see.
Yeah, if the market goes up or down based upon the next Fed meeting, it'll be because there was some surprise wording in the statement, or because Chair Powell said something in the press conference after that the market wasn't expecting. This is the market moving to the rate cut already.
Right. I also wanted, I put my hand up earlier when we were talking about crypto. I'm not an expert on it at all, but one of my doctors is really crazy about it and loves it. And he probably has well over $1 million in it. And he went and sold his house for $750,000, and he put all 750 into it. And I bought it. He told me to buy it when it was at 70. Well, there's almost like a mutual fund for crypto.
Really?
And yes, it's called ARK B, ARK-B. And
Not
I bought it.
financial advice. Not
Nope,
financial
nope.
advice.
But I bought it when it was at $70, $70 a share. And now in the last 2 weeks or so, it's been up between 113 and 119. And one of the good points that he made is that Bitcoin is finite. There is only a certain amount of it. It's going to run out at some point. And when it runs out at some point, it's going to become extremely valuable because there won't be any more to buy. So people will be selling it. The only way that someone will be able to buy it again is if someone else decides to sell what they've got.
Yeah, it's fascinating.
Well, with that move, Brad will
the whole
be
thing weirds
us
me
on
out.
the beach
Yeah,
with a coconut drink next week.
that's right. Suckers. Yeah.
I'm always reminded that when I go to Vegas and play roulette, there's only so many red and so many black.
Yeah.
And half the time I double my money.
Yeah, half the time I lose
why does that stupid marble always fall in the wrong place? I have no idea why.
All right, let Marcio, what do you got? And we'll get out of here.
Quick question. I guess regarding the doctor, he doesn't care about the diversification, and that's dangerous. But Owen, I have a question. Why don't they measure unemployment by just the number of unemployed people? Isn't there a component to the report that takes into account like a statistical analysis of how many people are born and how many people have died and how many people hit 18 years old and 65 years old and so forth? Why don't they just get rid of that component of the report?
There's a lot of, and that's an excellent question, Marcio, and really is beyond my knowledge. I do know that there's a report that comes out, I think, every Thursday, which is the totality of new state unemployment claims. And they predict that. And so that is factored in. That's a separate report that we get. I'm assuming that folds over into the monthly jobs numbers, right? Because you're measuring, they give you the net, right? So maybe we get 1 million new jobs and we have 900,000 new unemployment claims, and then that would be 100,000 new jobs that month, right?
Right.
But clearly they have to get us something that's better than right now. A lot of the problems with the report is they used to have like 80% of their cross section would report their numbers monthly, and post-COVID it's down to the low 60s. So they have to get a new cross section, and they have to get new participants that will share with them. I mean, I don't think anybody's surprised that the old method had grown stale. I think everybody's surprised that they're not working hard on a new method. I mean, that's what people in private industry would do. So anyway, but excellent point. I do think that's factored in, and I think that report comes out every Thursday morning.
I've always wondered why they don't just measure job participation rate. A lot of people don't know the difference. So unemployment is those people that are looking for jobs. How many of those people are unemployed? Job participation is more like that, which includes people that I don't have a job. I don't want a job, right? I'm getting a check from somebody somewhere, food stamp or whatever, like whatever that is, including retirement, people that are sick.
Sorry.
I just
there's a component that's not well understood called the workforce participation rate, and it sits at about 63%.
That's right.
And it's some kind of like, this is the amount of people that they consider to be eligible to work. This is the percent of them that are participating. The other ones aren't participating. And the way it's factored in, and you could get a positive jobs number, but a negative labor participation rate. They're measured separately, and it actually means a net fall of the jobs, even though you're reporting, because maybe the percentage of people that don't want to work has gone up, and they have definitions on who.
I follow that category.
We're getting way advanced. Yeah, we're getting pretty nerdy on this right now. And,
I know.
I officially don't want to work. I'm just going on record. I officially don't want to work.
That's right.
I just haven't figured out how to catch that paycheck. Yeah, I looked at it with like
clearly Carl did Brad's crypto trade, and now he
I'm good. Me and Brad we got some Mai Tais. Is that a drink or is that a Mai Tai? Wait, that's
a drink.
Okay, I was just making sure like Mai Tai coffee. Is that the one where you
have 3 of them, Carl, and then tell us whether it's a drink or not?
I thought one of those was like a like the bomb, like you put gas in a
Molotov cocktail.
That's
no,
Molotov.
yeah, no, yeah.
I don't know. Anyway.
We gotta worry about Jen now that she quickly got the Molotov cocktail.
Okay, that was it. That was it. Apparently, I don't do either of the two.
Right.
So,
yeah. No mystery there. Okay.
Oh.
All right. Well,
Hey,
Owen
Frank,
Lee, as
can we talk-
always. Yeah,
Can
go
we
ahead.
talk just for a
Tell us,
second
Jen.
about
Go.
the 2 o'clock class today for the members?
what are we doing?
We
Yes.
are going to cover MoveTube.
Oh.
And we
wow.
have 4 of our members who have implemented it, and they're going to talk about how it's gone and how it's helped their business and all that good stuff. So come on over.
That'll be a good one.
Hang out
Okay,
with
so
us,
that's
yeah.
2 p.m. for members. Go to the Marketing Animals website, go to classes, and you can join at 2 p.m.
You sure can.
If you're not a member, you should be. Go to dailysuccessplan.com. dailysuccessplan.com and chat with us. Bring you on in. Go to the next level with Loan Officer Brett.
Hey, and as we, hey, Mr. Johnstone, do you have like 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Hey, when we finish here officially, keep it on. Don't whoever's in charge, don't turn it off. I'm gonna ask Chris a little bit about AI stuff, but and anybody's welcome to hang out, but it's an unofficial just conversation real quick.
Okay, I'm gonna split, Carl. I got to chat with the team.
Okay.
Right now, so I'm gonna go. I won't play any music out or anything like that. Owen Lee, it's always a pleasure. We're super grateful.
Thank you, my friend.
That you show up on Thursdays. It's awesome, man. Thank you. We really appreciate that. For the rest of you guys, have a great day. I'll see you. See you mañana. Adios.
Have a great day, everybody.
Bye.